in, and today I have a bug right now in my Compose integrations, and I'm gonna fix that with AI. So let's start. I already prompted it some plan, and we've implemented a plan, but there is a big error here outside bug, and is that basically when the AI tries to execute some tools, it cannot provide arguments. I don't know why. It just cannot provide arguments to those tools. That's a problem. And so I'm gonna fix that. So let's open up Telegram. Right? And also, yeah. So let's wait while the Telegram is opening. Yeah, our composer is thinking. Yeah, here we go. As you can see, something like this is happening. Not very good, okay? And also, we got a problem with our OpenRouter, because not only OpenRouter actually, but with our tools. And the issue is that there is a tool like search across the memory, and what is wrong with that is basically that we sent a large history context to our bot when it uses the tool. And so one time it was like the bot was trying to like retry and retry searching something, and it just got like 2 million in context for like, I would say for like several minutes or even 1 minute. So let me check that actually. Yeah, let me check if the stream is working. Yeah, it is. So yeah, that's fine. Let me check my credits. They're fine. At least it will be enough, I suppose. So what was still broken? Grok sent 2 queries. We only read it fixed something. So will this work with all tools and all MCP connections? That's the question. Yeah, and I don't generally like the result that it has done, because it is in some degree it is slop, okay? Because it is reinventing something internally that Composer handles. Alright, so it says that it has fixed that problem, but let's check that. So we'll do docker compose down, then docker compose up, build, detached, right? So let's go. Let's also close the browser. Yeah, today we will stream without music, but I suppose that's fine. Please stop. Yeah, the thing that I don't like very much about Composer 2.5 is that it's too long. Alright? His answers are really too long, and they are generally the answer is not needed to be such long, right? So they fixed MetaTool. I mean, Composer fixed. What remains tool specific is fill-in arcs. Alright, so that's slop. Complete slop. It is garbage. Okay. So let's say revert. Actually, I don't know. I think we'll need to revert many things. So same, error, error. Again, errors. Some slop. Compose integrate. Right. How can I revert to this one? Cannot I? That's bad. Yeah, that's bad. Revert the whole thing that you've done. Leave only initial composer integration and all that stuff without fixing this problem. Yeah, it actually with this task Composer did really bad, like for real. Even though I used a famous skill pstack, but I don't find it useful. For real. Yeah, for somebody maybe it is useful, but in my opinion, if AI like doesn't know how to do that, then it's useless. And we got the case that AI doesn't know how to do that. Right? So let's wait. Let's wait. So it is doing something I don't know what. Alright. Alright, it has started working. Search schemas, tests. Shut up. Alright, so we'll need to think how to fix that. So let's wait. If you don't know what's the problem, it's basically with our Composer integration, and it's that Composer 2.5 implemented our integration so bad that it doesn't even work on basic tasks. So I guess we need to refactor this. So we kept connections, client types, bot wiring, MCP, lmconfig, right. But that didn't solve the problem. It has reverted, but we still have a problem. Are you kidding me? Look at this. So yeah, let's ask it. And I think it'll ask like debug or what? Analyze everything you can and propose fixes without trade-offs. Modifying Composer client or any slop. Let's also use this skill on slop. I'm not sure is this help, like does it really help, because for me it seems completely useless. Like I don't see the performance anywhere. Also show me your work. Let's also enable potato mode for safety, right? Alright, we just do anything to fix that, alright? And that's not very good. That's why I don't like vibe coding, because like when your code base becomes large, it becomes impossible to maintain that with AI. And with AI, it of course gets larger and larger. But I guess in some kind it's my problem, because like I started to allow it to modify my code base like without a plan on its own, without even thoroughly reviewing the code. So that's a bit of my problem as well. But yeah, so in my opinion, like the most useful thing when you need to hand code is in the beginning of the project, and then when you have some core, some foundation, it would be like better for AI if you would hand code it your core, because it would understand your style, it would understand your code base more, and etc. But of course it like doesn't replace your thinking, so you'll still need to think a lot. And that's problem that I like in the latest, like in this feature that we are implemented, I didn't think how to implement it at all, I just throw through some like sentences that I want in final, and it basically created the plan, which is very bad. But we are working what we have, with what we have, right? So what broke? The model never sees per tool parameter current code. Get tools doesn't change composer source tool. Pydantic AI does not validate arguments, tool arguments against JSON, right? It's strange. Additional properties is not enough. Composer protocol was only half wired. So the intended flow is like search for tool, then read the tool schema, and then multi-execute those tools. Right? What is already right? I don't care. Data tape. Proposed fix. 3 layers. Schema hydration. Yeah, are you kidding me? I didn't even know what do you mean by schema hydration. It is complete slope. Like, it cannot process all the schemas for all the tools, and these tools, those tools, like, there can be like 10,000 of those tools, alright? So you can't really maintain it. Protocol argument merge. Yeah, that's complete slope. It has trade-offs, right? It has. Alright, I've got an idea. Analyze how LangChain handles that and other frameworks, or analyze the whole web and just propose the real working solution without those trade-offs. Yes, these are trade-offs, the fixes that you proposed, and this is complete slope, right? So yeah, that's a bit boring, actually. I don't quite like it. Okay, so let's wait. So yeah. I've been testing my Cavalcade a little. Like, I've added some commands here. Look at these. Like, now it has something like this. Right? It has like history reset command and flag red command. It's basically in order to make, in simple words, in order to make all connections read-only, so that, for example, the bot could not send emails via your email account. I mean Gmail, right? If you connect your Gmail to this bot, right? Or for example, if you will turn this on, bot will not be able to make any PRs in GitHub, right? So it basically it will have just read-only access. So let's wait. So you want a real architectural fee? Shut up. Yeah, it agrees with me, but every time it gives me complete slop. So the bot uses PyDKI with Composer meta tools. The model never gets real integration. Like, I don't even get how this thing worked in the official documentation if we cannot force this work. I don't get it. For real. Like, in official documentation, there is an example where everything works completely without any bugs, right? Let me actually search for this. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, Python, I guess like Composer with Pydantic AI, right? Yeah, right here. So, but here is a working official documentation example. So, you're doing something wrong. Right? Execute this official documentation example in your REPL. If you don't know what is REPL, it is basically command like this. Let me show you. Oh no. So it is like this, right? Something like this. So you can have an interactive shell with Python, right? In memory. REPL like in ask mode, right? So let's test this thing. I don't know how it works. Like, look at these. They tell us like the complete code. And here we just look at this. First of all, we're just initializing the Composer client, which is necessary to interact with Composer API, right? And then later, we're just doing something like we are creating a client, another client, and this is just an entry client for managing everything, I would say. So this MCP, Composer MCP, is just let's say it's just a client that manages your all integrations, right? Then we create a simple agent. We provide this agent with our entry point tool, I mean MCP client. We provide it with instructions. Then we are just doing something like chat interface, right? Then we're just doing some streaming and boom, everything works. I don't know how did they write it. They definitely didn't check that. Yeah, I suppose if it will not work on our official, I mean on our machine, then they didn't really check this code, I would say. Yeah, each can be actually AI generated, I suppose. DNS is failing. Okay. Archidemy. Are you kidding me? What do you mean by DNS is failing? Alright, let's wait. Yeah, that's not very good. That's not very good. Some connection errors. I don't get it. What is going wrong? Alright, I switched to agent mode. Try it again. No changes into codebase. Right. I hope it will listen and will not like do any changes. For real. Yeah guys, if you've been like coding with these AIs, I would like to hear from you. How do you manage these without going to complete vibe code? Because like sometimes it is really difficult to not to press that button, you know. Yeah, like generally I like programming, for real. But in like recently, I've been doing only agentic engineering. Then I right now like I would say this future is a little bit vibe coded, so that's not good. But I don't think we'll continue vibe coding. We will definitely not continue vibe coding. This is just implementation for future that I didn't want to implement myself, so that's why vibe coded, but it doesn't matter. In the end, I think we'll eventually will come to the point that we'll need to write all that without vibe coding. So that's not very good. I don't get it, like it cannot even execute the example from it cannot even execute example from like official documentation. Are you kidding me? Alright, alright. Yeah. I don't know what happened to Composer, but today it was very bad. Like, compared to other bad days, in my opinion, Composer was doing really great. But, especially today, it is doing everything wrong. Like, it is doing everything in a wrong way. It doesn't listen to me. It doesn't, like, follow my instructions. Like one time I just said, could you prototype this Composer integration, but instead of prototyping, it started implementing the whole integration. So that's bad. Yeah, I was prototyping with this potato mode, but I think that plain mode is better because you can't physically cannot have any changes in code base. Or if you really wanna use potato for prototyping, if you don't know what is potato, it is skill for cursor to make this Composer or AI better, but I don't see the performance quite there. So yeah, did it get it right? Shut up. Please do not use such expensive models. Yeah, like, look at these. In today, Composer was so bad, and now it is really, like, not doing very well. Look at this, it cannot execute the official code from the documentation. Like, it is right here, it is written in plain English, in plain code, in Python code, and it just cannot copy that and paste it. Oh, are you kidding me? And guys, you're telling me that this technology is gonna replace programmers? Are you kidding me? Yeah, like in some kind, it really helps to speed up, especially if you are not vibe coding. If you really know what are you doing, it really helps, and it helps me to do this way. Like I was working this way for a lot, and I'm gonna do the rest of the board this way. I was just a little lazy and started vibe coding, right? So that's not very good. But generally, I like think like I don't know. Will coding still be needed in the future? By coding, I mean manual typing on the keyboard. I don't know, but it is a little like sad to see how you're coding, like at least I would say even like in some kind you're really like degrading in terms of your programmer skills, I would say, and that's a little sad to see. So that's why I don't know a solution to this. The only solution is would be like forcing myself or like forcing to do some hand coding or implemented some feature myself without AI, right? And yeah, that's great when you implement feature on yourself without AI coding for like a learning project. But if you're like building some project that you're gonna publish, or you have some deadlines, or it is MVP version, then I think it's completely fine to do some engineering coding. Because like first of all, it helps in terms of speed a lot. But there are some bottlenecks. The first one is reviewing the code and iterating over this. But that's not such a big problem. The second problem is not to fall into vibe coding trap. That's much more difficult. Look at this. It is working like for 10 minutes. It cannot even execute the official documentation code. Execute official documentation code. Are you so stupid? I cannot from this AI. Like in one day it is great. In another day it is the worst model in the world. Yeah. So let's wait. That's really boring. I literally told him not to modify codebase. it cannot even like do these things. Are kidding me? Shut up. It is really easy. You cannot set up .env keys. Are you kidding me? It cannot. Wow. So stupid. Yeah, I'm a bit frustrated about like this model today. I don't like this model in terms of today's output. Yeah, I suppose it really behaves great on predefined tasks, like on SQL Alchemy, on FastAPI, API, but not when you try to integrate something unusual or something, I would say, innovative, right? So that's the problem. It's just overtrained, in my opinion. And it cannot really handle some tasks like that are out of its knowledge. Like, what would I want from this model is at least to think a little bit. But I see it just cannot, right? Look at these. It is trying like to execute official documentation code for 15 minutes, and only now it has decided to put our .env. Oh no, I cannot from this stupid model. I really cannot. By the way, both of these exist. Just tell me what happened. You're kidding me? Are you kidding me? I literally have my .env. Shut your mouth. It has Composer, but not OpenAI. Why would I need OpenAI? Okay. So apparently I need OpenAI key. It is so stupid. Only now it has found out that we need OpenAI API key and we didn't have it. Yeah, first of all, it wrote too much. Second of all, it took like about 10 minutes to understand, to reproduce simple script from official documentation. Also, the model does not behave great out of its knowledge. It does not think well, right? So apparently I need to set up my API key for OpenAI, right? But if I don't wanna do this, then what? So let me wait. I don't remember, did I have credits in my OpenAI account? Let me check that. Yeah, I have some credits. So let's create new API key. Okay, so let's copy that and set it to our .env. .env. OpenAI API key. Right. Yeah. Hope that works. So retry that. Alright, retry that. Okay, I hope this official example from documentation will work, but there will be a problem, like, if this will work, then it would mean then that OpenRouter handles it wrong, and that OpenRouter cannot really integrate with Composer, and this would be really bad. Retrying. Okay. Wait. What model does it have here? I hope that's not GPT 5.5. It would be too expensive, you know. Oh no, that's GPT 5. But, okay, that's GPT 5. That's 5.5, or that's just GPT 5, I don't know. Or its latest version of GPT 5. What does it mean? By the way, guys, anyone in the chat, did you really use the newest module Fable 5 from Cloud? Because I didn't, and I would really be glad to hear some experience from you, from this model, some opinions. OpenAI Beeline is inactive. Are you kidding me? Why is it inactive? It literally tells me I have credits. Where is my billing? Where is my billing? I cannot find billing section in OpenAI. Maybe settings? No. Not ChatGPT apps. Not storage. Not batches. Not logs. Not usage. Right. Not API keys. Not codecs. Not images. Where is my billing? ChatGPT, are you kidding me? I cannot access my billing. Oh, here we go. It is in settings. Your API has been suspended. What? What are you talking about? Oh. Well, I got it. So, yeah, there is a problem. Alright, use OpenRouter. So that's the problem with our OpenAI account. It is suspended. So let's see, will this work with OpenRouter? Yeah, I am like, if this will work, then it would mean that our agent did nothing in previous like iterations. Wait, what? So yeah, agent is thinking. Communication, productivity. Oh, that's such a big list. Actually, it's repeating, isn't it? This is not an exhaustive list. Goodbye. What did we ask, by the way? You're a composer. List available composer toolkits. Okay, got it. So I got it. So let me read actually some tools that I maybe don't know. I don't know. So let's go. Alright. So, first of all, I didn't know it can connect to Discord. Right? I also didn't know it can connect to Google Meet. Alright, so, okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's repeating, by the way. Look at this. Sync, Sentry, nothing unusual. Obsidian. Interesting. Alright. Does it have Telegram MCP? Or it doesn't? Seems like it doesn't. Yeah, seems like that. So session created, list has successfully, was successful, right? But it still fails. No, actually that's not. So yeah. I don't know why it doesn't work. Wait, I've got one idea. If this will work, that would be great. Right. Let me set up one thing for fast. So let's go right here. So yeah, I'm ready. So try to use ZAI API key instead of OpenRouter. Let's test all that. I don't know how it will go. But if the official example from documentation doesn't work, okay, it works with ChatGPT with one provider. But that means that it doesn't work with other providers? Are you kidding me, Composer? There is no any data about some problems. So that's integration issue. Oh no. That's bad. So yeah, Gmail signatures, I know. Um, so it seems like ZAI works. What? What? Wait. So that's the problem with OpenRouter or what? So yeah, that means that OpenRouter has problems. So just wait a minute. I'll just ask Composer team. Is it fine? So action not working. That's actually action not working, I would say. So write an issue to Composer support. Right, so let's just ask AI to write an issue. So let's wait. Yeah, so that's working with GLAM. If you don't know what is GLAM, it's basically Chinese company that also creates AI. Basically, it's ZAI company, and it creates, for now, the latest model from them is GLAM 5.1. Subject. So, okay. No custom MCP. What works? I don't know. That's not necessary. So yeah, I guess we can do something like that. So let's send it. Yeah, send that. How to send this? That's your draft. Yeah, alright, but how to send this draft? Right. I hope Composer team will answer quickly, but let's wait. So let's actually search the web. Open router. Composer like does not work with open router. It's not that. Composer.do. It natively supports open router. What? It does not support. So there are some official guides, but it's just open router CLI. Right? So let's wait. Oh, it is just a draft? Are you kidding me? So apparently I need to send it to Composer support. Wow. Where is the Composer support? Oh no, I don't need to send email. For real? Okay, let's send email. So, wait a minute. Right. Integration padding, I plus Composer, tool router. Docs followed. Yeah, let's send it. That'll be let alone, I guess. So I don't know. I don't know. Right, so let's wait. So yeah, that's an issue with open router. I don't know why is it so. Is there any community about Composer? Let's search. So there is Composer here. Is that by TypeScript? Oh, it isn't only TypeScript, actually. It's Python as well. Oh, wait. So there is the bug here in our cavalcade. There is no open road routine. There is no args theme. Oh no, there is. So validate parameters are renamed, and okay, not that one. And so I don't know. It just doesn't work, right? There are some bugs, by the way. Yeah, I don't see open router. Well, I don't really know. I don't know. So let's just ask AI for now for a temporal fix. How to fix. No trade-offs. No slope. I'm not sure it doesn't like it gets what the trade-off for is and what is slope for is as well. Like it doesn't really get it right sometimes. Right? Now let me check my router. Oh no, I got what is wrong right now. The thing is that my credits have ended. Yeah, so there is a problem here. Yeah, guys, like I'm streaming for an hour. We didn't do anything useful yet. But I think that it is gonna be boring. We'll need to do some things like we'll need to like top up some money on OpenRouter. Also figure out some problems with this SDK. So this is not gonna be interesting. I hope by tomorrow everything will be fixed. But I don't know. So thanks everyone for watching the stream. Thanks everyone, and bye bye.